sometimes to rest, unwind. Holla if you're here because you want to leave your stress behind. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holla if you're here because you wanna bury your sorrow in a vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we're brave, can't take you over, deplete your appetite. Got to vibe, honey. We got the specialist beat sequence supply. We put it down, and they'll be telling us, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lift and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, say hi, bye. Yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lift and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, yeah. And you'll be singing, yeah. You'll be singing, yeah, in no time. Like I don't wanna go, go home. And you'll be singing, yeah. Get out, yeah. It's a little hard sometimes to feel the quiet. Holla if you're settling, we'll let it spin whenever tired. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holla if you're here because you wanted us to take control with the vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we're brave, can't take you over, deplete your appetite. That's a vibe, honey. We got the specialist beat sequence supply. We put it down, and they'll be telling us, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lift and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, say hi, bye.
Well, welcome in everybody to round one of the Virtual Racing Aotearoa Xfinity series. I'm not sure how this is going to go. It looks like we've already got some issues with the stream. We shall see if it actually works or not. I know I've got massive lagging my end, so we shall see what happens. See if we can put a stream together or not. Joining me in the comms box, however, for the meantime, it is Mr. Josh Henderson. Josh, mate, it has been a while. Welcome back to the comms box.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Pretty hectic sort of, I guess, sim racing off season, real life fun season, and yep, back into it, and with another season of VRA Xfinity. Looking forward to seeing who will come out on top in this one, with a hell of a lot of things to look into at Auto Club. A bit of an interesting start to this one.
Yeah, too right. If someone can actually confirm if the stream is like lagging hard out as far as it was for me at the start of it, that'll be good. But if it's not, we're fine. But we're going to be getting into things fairly early, as we've been a bit delayed in the start of things here. But nonetheless, we'll get into our starting lineup. Hopefully, it was just my phone having a spaz. I don't know.
I'm getting buffering on mine, stuck on stream starting, so I don't know.
Yeah, same here.
Hmm.
Has anyone actually got past that part? Can you confirm? If you're in the chat, cards on the lineup.
Well, hopefully get those issues ironed out, Brad. But yeah, got a good amount of cars on the grid for this one, and yeah, it was a pretty popular series going back to last year. And you know, you had a couple of races where you had a bit of low attendance, especially that finale round. But certainly looking forward to seeing hopefully a bit of an uptick in attendance. There's definitely a lot more an interest in NASCAR racing here over in New Zealand. Just off the back of that success with NSCAR having to go into two splits, so should be good to see. Hopefully, this Xfinity series kick off.
Yeah, too right. I don't think this is going very well at all at the moment.
It's just gone on to the intro for me. Buffering again.
I think it's going alright over on YouTube, actually. I'm not too sure. But we'll get our grid lineup for you for our first race of the season as soon as I can. Oh, she's a shit show so far. There we go. Off the front row, it's going to be Jamie Nankervis, and lining up next to him, it will be Bryce Harding. Out of row 2, it'll be Brady Stanley and Luke Dilworth. Row 3, it will be Hayden Millings and Xavier Simmons. Out of row 4, it'll be Luke Bradley and Hayden Kirk. Row 5, it'll be Wayne Van Viljon and Josh Thompson. Row 6 will see Sam Waddell and Murray Howell. Row 7, it'll be Willie McClune and Corey Crossan. Row 8 will see Josh Galashan and Matthew Stables. Row 9, it'll be Aidan Gregory and Josh Murdens. Out of row 10, it will be Caleb Beecroft and Michael Kemp. Out of row 11, it will be Jared McLeod and Daniel Johnstone. And I think that's about all we're going to have time for, as yeah, it is lagging like seriously bad over on Twitch.
Yeah, it's fine on YouTube. I've checked that.
YouTube is working. I'll just sort this in the background. Josh, you can call us and get us underway, mate. Hopefully our shit is working this time as far as that goes.
Green for the VRA Xfinity Series down at Auto Club. Good start there from Bryce Harding on the outside, leading him with a big push from his teammate Luke Dilworth on the top side. Down into turn 1, it's going to be Jamie Mankiewicz looking on the inside of Harding with Dilworth all the way around the top side, trying to get that momentum off that top side, coming down the back straightaway, and now onto that back straightaway. It is still Harding, but Mankiewicz is still holding tough on that inside. Dilworth starting to get up to that second spot. He's going to try and get around Mankiewicz first to get around there. And Mankiewicz up the inside of Dilworth. Harding caught Harding a little bit napping there, and Jamie Mankiewicz should, I say should, with a bit of hindsight, because these front straightaways and back straightaways are pretty long here at Auto Club. Should get that lead, but only briefly as Harding gets that run on the outside and gets back to that lead. Bit of scrap going on between these front three cars. Yeah. Brady Stanley in the mix there.
I'll tell you what, hopefully, if you are trying to watch it over on Twitch, just head along over to the YouTube channel. We'll sort out our overlays in the meantime, but it's gone pear-shaped on Twitch tonight for some reason. It got a bit of serious lag going on, but it looks like everything is working fine on the YouTube channel, so head over there. But so far, so good, Josh, in the start of things here.
Yeah, pretty processional start. There was a really good three-wide scrap between Dilworth, Mankiewicz and Harding. And those, speaking of, Dilworth and Mankiewicz are still battling it out at the front, with Dilworth at 40.7, the fastest lap of this race so far. Yeah, Harding's dropped back to third there, Brad. So a little bit of maybe a strategy from those Sigma boys. They like to play their strategy quite within the team limits. As Dilworth kind of went around that top side early, took the lead from Harding, and was really shoving him as he tried to get through into the lead there.
Yeah, too right. Well, early doors, Luke Dilworth, defending champion, of course, took out the inaugural Xfinity Championship last season. So he is currently leading the way, and Jamie Mankiewicz, I'll tell you what, a new name that I haven't called before. So possibly someone to take the fight to these Sigma guys who we see dominating a lot of races in the NASCAR Open racing. It looks like Hayden Guptill's had an issue there. Saw him make contact with the fence.
He's in the pits now.
Yeah, I just caught it out of the corner of my eye. Of course, we started with something like 50 odd plus cars tonight. Qualifying, taking your top 40 cars, so...
Looks like Lockie Brett might be having some issues there as well. It says he's out on our timing, but that again could be internet issues on his side. It just puts him as out, does that occasionally with the timing. So we'll just keep an eye on those two very successful Speedway drivers. You can see the smoke just down that back straightaway, so someone's definitely gone around. Kempy might have had an issue. Oh dear!
We've got a yeller. We are under yeller. First one for the season. I'll tell you what. You were talking away there, Josh. I had names popping up on my timing. Left, right and centre of cars being involved in incidents there, so we'll just stand by. We'll wait till these guys are all under yellow. And of course, don't forget, if you are trying to watch on the Twitch channel, I have no idea why that isn't playing ball tonight, but head over to NZ Sim Racing TV YouTube channel. It is working fine over there at the moment. Seems like Twitch is a bit of a curse lately, to be fair.
Yeah, a bit strange, mate.
Yeah.
One of those things.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on, but it is working on YouTube, so I would probably say it's working fine on Kick as well. THD Sim Sport Productions on Kick. We'll find out some replays. Of course, we do have live timing up as well tonight, if that is still going. I am not too sure. We may not have actually restarted that after I ended the tell you what, rush start. You can certainly tell that. Josh, we'll get some replays up of what's gone on anyway. So Lockie Brett, you called it, was involved in it.
Yeah, Lockie Brett, Hayden Guptill, Michael Kemp, and looks like someone else in there as well. Look, there's 4 cars down pit road from what I could tell. Our instant replay here.
Oh, there was the 91 that I saw, yeah, and here's, wow.
Lockie. Oh my goodness,
massive,
big pile up.
Massive damage for Guptill. He towed to the pits, so he was one of the first ones involved in that, wasn't it? Paul McKenzie. So yeah, he's got it. trouble there, mate. Contact. There's been heaps of contact to be fair.
Yeah.
And I am fairly certain that we don't have quick repairs either. So
I would doubt it.
some of those guys who are down pit lane early, that could be possibly them.
Michael van der Haas, one of the other cars involved.
Yeah, well, it's taken a whole lot of them out, hasn't it? So we're under yellow.
Yep.
First one for the season. Dilworth was leading us out. Not sure if
He was.
Twitch has actually come right yet or not, but it doesn't look like it has.
No, probably not, mate. Twitch is one of those things. Twitch is twitching right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're not right.
Well. But no, on that initial start, Dilworth very much was shot out of a cannon on that outside line. Was right up up the back of Harding and trying to just get him moving along and clear to the lead of Nankervis, and just didn't seem to quite clear him. Nankervis had a good amount of short run speed there, but as it started to open up and in that little bit of a long run, it was certainly Dilworth who had the pace.
Yeah, certainly was. We'll see how this unfolds. I'm just looking through the field. Willie McClune, he is in here, down P14 at the moment. Just trying to pick out who has actually missed out on getting through tonight. I can't see, oh yeah, Jamie, he is in the field, so he's qualified as well. Can't see Dion Gregory at the moment. Oh, yep, there he is, 21st, so he's made it too. All your regulars have all made it.
Tell you what though, Brad, there's a couple of new names in here. As you see, we were talking about Jamie Nankervis, but looking further back, Hayden Kirk, well, we know Hayden, but yeah, this is the first time I've seen him probably top 10 in a long time. He's put on a good performance. Luke Bradley, another one of those guys we know. Hayden Millings, Brady Stanley, and Josh Thompson, some new names, at least to me anyway, looking like they've made their way up a good few places on that start.
So, right, I tell you what, one thing that isn't working tonight is the driver info as well, so there you go. Anyway, looks like we're about to go back racing here. Josh, the lights out on that safety car. Dilworth to lead us back underway. Jamie Nankervis to his outside.
Green flag.
90 laps the distance. How many yellows are you thinking tonight?
Well, we've already had a bit of a stack up mid-pack. Now there's someone trying to clear up the inside just through the middle. So just based on how aggressive these drivers are going on these restarts, I would say you're probably going to get a good proportion of yellows, because as we know, cautions breed cautions in NASCAR racing. That's one of the key sort of sayings they like to have over in the States. And yep, it could be all on for young and old as the race runs through. 90 laps, as you said, you'd probably end up with about 10, 12 maybe cautions if you're lucky.
Yeah, too right. We shall see how it all unfolds. But Dilworth, tell you what, he is used to leading things out. We've seen him throughout the season in the NSCAR Championship. And certainly was a regular front runner in that, along with teammate Bryce Harding. Willie McClune to come towards the front of things as well. And that Twitch stream's still not playing ball. If you're watching on there, make sure you head over to the YouTube channel. It's telling me that the bit rate is off the hook.
Yep. Well, at the front, Luke Dilworth and Bryce Harding have been let off the hook, and can tell you that much. Brad, Harding just retook the lead from Dilworth. Dilworth going to slide him back up the inside. But those two going wheel to wheel down into turn number 1. And Dilworth up the inside. Harding not too far up towards the wall yet, but that's going to be one of the trends throughout the night. You'll see a lot of drivers tend to make their way up through, getting closer to that wall to try and get the most speed out of the car. That's just all dependent on how much rubber is laid down and how many people are actually, bold enough to make that move up the top. You can see Dilworth trying it, but it's not quite working for him right now.
Yeah, just getting in the chat there from Stovey that Jamie Nankervis, he's done a bunch of NASCAR racing in the AU League, so there you go.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah, we're just watching Hayden Kirk here. It's P4 at the moment. Kiwi some racing colours on. Have a good start to his season. Brady Stanley too wide in the distance there. Tell you what, things starting to settle down again somewhat.
Yeah, but now you've said that, Brady,
Yeah,
they'll all go hectic.
Yeah, standard commentator's curse. Yeah.
We'll just wait for it. Looking a little bit further back through the field, Willie McClune in the 11th spot. So a little bit kind of a far from where we're usually expecting to see Willie. We usually see him towards the front end of the top 5. So for him to be sitting around 11th is a little bit of a kind of a culture shock in a way there. Brad, he's a little bit further back than we'd expect.
Yeah, certainly is. Look at this stunt. Oh, just they're getting amongst it back here, I tell you what. Look how bumpy things are out there as well. You watch the cars moving around down those straights. Plenty of bumps.
That's all to do with the surface of the track, Brad. So Auto Club's very much a very old surface, and obviously it's no longer an existing racetrack facility in real life now. But back when they ran it in the last time, I believe it was 2023, the track was very, very bumpy. It's just because of how worn that pavement, I guess you could call it, is the real sort of bumps that just get formed from use after use after use, and they either had to repave it or shut the whole place down, and they've shut the whole place down and tried to turn it into a short track, which has not really worked out for them. So, yep.
Yeah, I hear that's never going to happen. So that's pretty much the track's done.
Well, they've got plans for it, and but there's also been a lot of rumours suggesting that, hey, we're actually going to make this into a whole full warehouse complex, which is a real shame because this huge two-mile track is one of the best in NASCAR. Put on some of the best shows, and yep, these hamburgers.
Right, so just getting some links here.
Ooh, big check up through the mid pack with what looks to be some of those guys we were just talking about before, running it pretty hard down that back straight away. The 43 car there, John Boswell, Dion Gregory, Jamie Harding, some of those drivers in there. Looking at Wayne Van Biljon.
Tell you what, we'll just get this link in the Twitch channel for anyone who's watching. It's a bit clearer over on the YouTube channel at the moment, not dealing with so much lagging, I guess. Well, 16 laps in now, still out front. It's actually
Luke Bradley.
Luke Bradley, actually, yeah. Luke Bradley's managed to get into the lead there. Totally missed that while I was checking things out on my other screens. Plenty going on at the moment.
And that's one of the good things about this track, Brad, is you can get slipstreams very, very easily. You can make a good run at it and challenge some of the real dominant cars of the day. And I believe this is either it's a fixed or is an open setup, Brad. I actually haven't had a look at that. Oh, yellow.
Oh, we have a yellow. Let's try and pick up what's going on here. See if we can see anything now timing. Or possibly Luke Hunter and Matthew Stables together out there. There's the Hunter car. 12 of Luke Hunter. So we'll see if this is the cause of our yellow there, Josh.
Yeah, we'll have to have a look here, see what's going on.
Bring up our instant replay. It's like Hunter a slide up into the bit of contact with the wall from the is that Matthew Stables. I'd say this is exactly why our yellow's out. And,
he's come down the track. Almost tagged other cars on that.
Yeah, we'll just wind that back a little bit here. And we'll just see Stables get up into the fence, but also, yeah, well, we'll call it a racing incident, surely. The 12 of Hunter. Looks like they got away with not too much damage there, Josh, somehow.
Yeah, then again, the what the cosmetic damage looks to be is probably worse underneath in terms of the actual physical damage. So it's probably not wanting to turn, not wanting to drive. When they get back out on track, it will probably handle miserably. It's one of those things with these cars, especially the Xfinity cars, is a bit of a split decision coming to pit road.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Looks like Luke Bradley has decided to head down pit lane along with Harding, and Luke Dilworth has decided he is going to stay out. So plenty of different strategies probably going to play out in this one. Plenty of sets of tyres available for these drivers too. There's another thing. They had their starting set and obviously an additional 3 sets of tyres. So that's a fair few tyres. Second caution in, lap 19, and we're about 8:11 race time.
Yep.
Of course,
I'll tell you what, Brad, I was actually... Oh,
Yep.
sorry.
No, you're all right. Go, keep going.
I was just going to say, I tell you what, I was looking at the rule book, and there is a fixed setup. So that is a little bit. I'm pretty sure that's a change from last season's Xfinity Series Championship, where it was open setup, and that's where we had really long green flag runs with some of those Sigma cars just absolutely dominating. They are just so good on their setups, so that really kind of just brings that pack together a little bit more, having a fixed setup race.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, and now early stages, we got different strategies. I guess some people opting to just come down pit lane and grab fuel. Looks like John Boswell possibly has done that. He was in the box for a pretty short amount of time. And the timing.
It's a bit of an early stage to come to pit road. I think you've got to really manage your kind of tires, your fuel. You've really got to kind of try and stretch it out as long as you can. Especially if you're running these front running cars, you want to try and bank on a caution coming out, maybe at lap, let's say 30, before you make your pit stop. You want to try and split your pit stops in 3, do 30, 60, and then come in sometime before 90.
Yeah, too, right? Of course.
I believe there's stage points.
Yeah, stage points. I was just about to say that too, Josh. Lap 30.
Yep.
We get stage points, so not far away from that happening. I
believe there's a playoff system as well.
Yeah.
So it all counts towards that.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Of course, big season ahead for the Xfinity Championship. And I tell you what, a few different commentators will be joining us throughout the season as well. So should be another ripper championship, no doubt about that. Still working.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll see more of my whoopsies when I end up deciding to race 1 or 2 races this season and bugger it into the wall.
You get amongst it, I say. Absolutely get amongst it. So 20 laps in, we'll go back racing here at Auto Club. Hopefully a nice long green flag run this time. We'll watch some of those cars with fresh tyres now.
Yeah,
Start to go to work.
Makes.
Yeah, start getting through that field.
10 laps to the stage.
There we go. Safety car to the pit lane in the hands of Dilworth and Simmons. A great restart there from Luke Dilworth. Got a beautiful jump. He's going to
Here's the pace setter.
Yeah, he is going to control it from the restart. Oh, these guys, 3 wide. Get amongst it. Caleb Beecroft. He is in the middle of this one. Willie McClune to the outside. So Willie McClune has made up some huge ground.
Yeah, a couple of cars back in his sort of jurisdiction pitted, so that promoted him up a few spots. And yeah, now he's up to the 3rd spot, back where he probably feels more comfortable being, as that hornet's nest of that outside the top 5 sort of positions. 6 on back can really catch you up in a lot of these incidents.
I'll tell you what, Jamie Harding, your biggest mover in the field so far, up 25 positions. And he currently sits in P14 as these guys are going at it. I'll tell you what, the race all of a sudden coming to life. It's that 3-4 wide out there.
Yeah,
Oh,
almost 5 wide for a
oh!
second. Someone's got in the wall.
Who was that just made heavy contact with the fence? I'll tell you what, and again,
Oh, yeah, again.
service behind Cam James. Is that Jared McLeod possibly? Too sure. I'll tell you what, Big Pop's on that list of biggest movers. He's up 14 positions out there. Making a good
Yeah, we love
start.
some good Big Pop racing.
Yeah, making a good start to his Xfinity Championship, and I tell you what, it is busy out here at the moment. Further down the field, some fantastic racing, but tell you what, it's moments away from being a big one. And again, oh, it's about to unleash their 4 wide through the corner. Who's Connor there? First one. Yeah, oh, this is insane. Look at this, 4-5 wide contact. Again, they survive somehow.
This is what we call peak quick setup racing.
I tell you what, it's she's peak hour traffic out there at the moment. He's in the fence again.
We've got a Hale Mellon back there.
Yeah, who is that? I think that might be Jared McLeod actually. Again, contact and more contact with the fence. He lets everyone go and try and regain some composure.
With that fence right now.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was some wild moments out there. And they're still going at it. Further up the field. This is what you want to see, to be fair.
I tell you one thing I've noticed, and it's actually really unfortunate that two of the drivers I'm about to talk about are actually out of this race. If you actually look at it, some of these dirt guys, we look at the likes of Hayden Gupt or Lockie Brett, those guys, Sam Waddell even, that just get their foot stuck right up in the dirt game. They are very, very good with these sort of oval cars as it gets really, really tight back there, Brad.
Oh, yeah. That is moments away. You feel at times that somehow they managed to get away with it. But out front, you've got a 3-way battle for the lead going on. It was busy as further back through the field. And now up front, Simmons.
Oh, one around.
Oh, we've got a yellow.
Yeah, there's someone around down the back or the front straightaway and got turned off the exit, turn 4, just right at the corner of my eye. Oh dear.
It's Wayne Van Bill
as soon as we cut the camera. As soon as we cut the camera there, Brad, it just all hell broke loose.
Yeah. Yeah. Not good there. Wayne Van Biljon, I saw him dropping through the order. We'll see if we can find ourselves a replay here.
Corey Crossan as well.
Oh, look at the damage to that car.
Grabbing.
That is massive, massive damage.
Corey Crossan in it as well. Another one of the favourites taken out.
Yeah, let's try and work our way through this one because that was a big moment. Cars. Let's just see if this is going to show us something.
Someone's blown up in the background just there as well.
Well, that was a big one. That's for sure. We'll just see what has unfolded here. Follow the 15 across and it's going off already.
It's already happened.
Yeah, so... Wayne Van Biljon's gone over! We've got a lid skid! Lid skid! You've got to be kidding. Round 1 of the championship. We are going to have to work extra hard here to try and find this replay, I'm telling you now. Absolutely, I think that was Wayne Van Biljon.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Who went over big time. Let's just rewind this and find where Mr. Wayne Van Biljon is. Just give me a moment because it hasn't even come up. Okay, let's see how this has played out. For the number 3.
Tight.
Oh, there's a bit of contact with
It's
the
already
fence.
happening.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh.
Into the 40. Oh, it's when he comes down here. Bang!
Ooh.
There, right there.
Oh.
Wayne Van Biljon, bit of a side skid, didn't quite get on his lid, but that is a big moment for the 3. I'll tell you what, you like to see it. Or I do in the comms box. Not sure about the drivers.
Not in real life, but in
themselves.
the sim.
Yep.
Boy, oh boy.
That
Yeah,
was
no,
a big
I'd
one.
say a lot of these cars will be done.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Lockie Brett in the chat. I love NASCAR.
Yeah, I tell you what, it can be fairly cruel at times. But here we go. Looks like we're about to go back racing, almost 1/3 race distance, and also at the end of our stage. Only one stage, I believe, tonight. So
Oh, there you go.
I believe we're going to get a caution for that too. I think the pits are now closed.
If we get a caution, tell you what, Brad, it's going to be all gloves off here.
Yeah, so let's just see what happens. I believe a caution is set to wave for the end of the first stage. So we go back racing though. Dilworth gets us back underway. Another brilliant restart there from Luke Dilworth.
Xavier Simmons up to the second spot.
Yeah, doing a good
Harding
job
looking up
too.
the inside. Ooh,
Almost contact.
Simmons. Well, yeah, Simmons tried to close that gap, and Harding was up there. He couldn't do much about it.
Yeah, did not want a bar of it, did he?
No, not at all. McClune hanging around there in the fourth spot. Hayden Kurt still running up there fifth.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
So unless someone has actually stacked it, that'll be. Someone must have stacked it.
Yeah, we're not at that 30 yet. So I reckon they've stacked it. This will be the caution yellow, I expect.
Oh yeah, Luke
Oh,
Bradley.
dear.
Luke Bradley has had an issue out there. So either way, we're going to come to the end of the stage. Oh, has Jamie Yarnart been involved in that one too, possibly?
Oh, not a big pop moment.
Yeah.
We've seen the Kempy moments at, in N's car, but not the. Can't start having big pop moments in Xfinity now.
Yeah, well, let's just see. Oh, there's
Oh,
a bit
dear.
of contact. Oh, it's
a big one. It's
It
a big
is.
one too.
Yeah, it's gone off big time. Let's have a look. Oh, so
Oh.
contact. Beecroft has gone to the inside. Looked like that was the 42. Got into the 25 of Bradley.
Cam James.
From there.
Yeah,
It is an absolute
I would say you're quite right.
disaster. And I tell you what, these guys do not have. Oh, that was young for Martin 72. These guys don't have a heck of a lot of penalty points either, Josh. So making contact, getting the 4 times and stuff like that is going to hurt.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go, Mackenzie.
It's the concertina effect there, Brad. It just once it happens to someone and you're kind of in a pack like this, it just kind of is a chain reaction sort of thing, and bam, you're into the next car. And yep, looks like a couple of cars taken down to the pit road there, Brad. Looks like Dilworth's coming.
Yeah, oh, someone's overshot the pit lane, their pit bay there.
Yep.
So not too much damage being done while they're under yellow, obviously, but race leader now Bryce Harding, so he's stayed out. It's a clock over lap 30, so I'm going to say he's your stage points winner. There, Simmons bringing home the P2, and I tell you what, that's our third caution now. I believe 31 laps in of 90. We're 8:25.
Yeah, Caleb Beecroft actually was involved in that, and he's up to fourth.
Yeah, that is crazy, eh? And his car, by all accounts,
Looks
doesn't
pretty
look too
unscathed to me.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see.
There you go. Might have just been a spin through the grass. Yeah, he's got some rear end damage for sure, but I would say it's just a spin through the grass, and he's managed to gather it up, and he'll be right.
And it shouldn't harm too much, should it? In the way of aero around here, it's not really like a Daytona
it's
or
not
a
an aero
Talladega. Yeah, so.
No, I mean your aero at those plate tracks definitely matter. It's more about, I think auto clubs have a pretty relaxed track. Like from what I've driven on it, it's very much a track where you're kind of relying on a little bit of lift and a little bit of brake. Other tracks like Las Vegas, Charlotte, Texas, those kind of sort of tricky tracks, especially Michigan as well. If you have aero damage, you are going to be very slow. You've just got to consider how long's the straight, where's the damage at, those sort of things. I know, especially at Michigan with those longer straights and the higher speed, certainly you're going to be very, very slow down those straights and lose a bunch of positions.
That's right. Just checking out to see if Twitch has come right yet. It's actually... No, it hasn't. It's still having a spaz.
No.
Yeah, it's still no good, I can't tell you that. If you are watching it or trying to watch on Twitch, it's actually coming across clear over on the New Zealand Sim Racing TV YouTube page. I'm not sure about Kick.
Yeah, no good.
No, it's not.
No good technical issues.
Yeah. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe not. Actually, Kick looks like it's coming across nice and clear. Good.
Twitch just having a moment.
Yeah, so it's obviously a Twitch issue tonight. So, yeah, you can go have a look on Kick if you want. Go follow our channel over there. THD_SimSports_productions. As Harding looks to get us back underway. Simmons to his outside. Hayden Kirk, an impressive run so far since P3. So he is having a good run of things. For the meantime, it doesn't take long for the field to start going back to rewind racing, I'll tell you. One thing we do know, Josh, caution's breed caution, so let's just see if we can hold it and get some yellow flag racing in the books here. Aidan Gregory, another one. Starting to make his presence felt.
I'm just going to interrupt you briefly there, Brad. Kirk, what a run he had off turn 1 and 2. Just absolutely sent it up the inside. Had a great run off the corner and powered past these two cars in front. He'll lead this lap, and he's just got to try and deal with Harding on his inside, who's really starting to close that gap up the inside. Me.
I've just got a message. I'm going to assume it's probably from David Gray. That might actually be from Big Pop saying Kick's better than Twitch. So there you go. At the moment it is. It's coming across nice and clear over there, I can tell you that much. It's lagging pretty bad on Twitch. But anyway. Harding into the lead of the race. So Dilworth now, he obviously stopped. He's coming back up to P10. So just keep an eye on his progress. Just trying to pick up where Willie McLean is. Actually, he's in P8.
Yeah, he's dropped a couple of spots to get on those pit stops. Here's Caleb Beecroft. We're talking about his car. A little bit of rear end damage. Seems to be struggling a little bit. Just getting, pretty swamped right now.
Yes, it is. I'll tell you what, that Capital RC car looking $1 million, so part of that Sigma SimSports stables. Good job out there at the moment.
Yeah, Willie McLean right up behind Jamie Nankervis. So, yep, those two will be starting to make their way forward, and then John Boswell up to fourth.
Yeah. A good start, isn't he? Bryce Harding is starting to skip away up front though, so maybe he thought it's time. See if he can put a bit of pressure on the field. The battle's still going on. Look at this racing just further back here. It's good to see.
Battling for the best of the rest.
Yeah, too right. It's good though. You know, that's I think it's been brought up a few times in the broadcast before. You know, across the different communities, the racing you can turn up. Anyone could sort of get amongst it, and generally there's someone for you to race against, no matter your capabilities. Whether you're a front runner, mid pack, or normally find yourself in some great battles. We're watching this one here. Michael Kemp, he's in the mix to this one.
Four wide.
In that 98. He's actually 8 laps down.
He is, yeah. After that first lap incident.
Yeah. So it looks like he's going to have the same luck as En's car. I'll tell you what, that was close, wasn't it? That was
Kempy.
close. Big Pop, he's back there as well.
Tell you what, bro, we need to get old Bentley or something, get Kent versus Kent sort of battle in some of these
Oh,
series.
that could possibly end in disaster. To be fair. To be fair. That could
good.
actually, yeah, end in...
Bad luck comes through the genes.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. We got one car right down on the apron there. I'm not sure what that was. But Harding, half a second lead at the moment. Hayden Kirk, he is putting the fight to them tonight, isn't he?
He's holding on to a nice second spot. He's cleared about a second over William McLeod at the moment. So yeah, if it stays that way, you know, this could be a good long run from these front runners. You can see he's using that top side, coming and arcing back down to the bottom, at least sort of the middle of that track. So he's trying to diamond that corner. This is what you kind of really want to do, especially those short tracks. Maybe not lesser than these big intermediates, but especially those short tracks. You really want to go up high, come back down, and diamond that bottom, so you get the massive run off corner exit. Interesting that he's trying to do that through 1 and 2.
So, now a bit more on the track itself, Auto Club. Obviously, they shut the doors and they were looking at, you know, making a little short track there, right? And then, from what I last heard, they'd basically put buildings, started making these big buildings pretty much to make the track non-viable anymore. Like, there's no way they could actually put a track there anymore with these massive buildings that they had started building. Sounds like a big, whole big scam to me.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a whole bunch of warehouses around. The front stretch still remains, and the pit road still remains. That's what they're trying to make into the whole short track. Yeah. But that's all that remains. Everything else is gone.
Tell you what, Simmons started off the front row, I believe, yet to stop. So he's on some fairly old tyres out there at the moment. It's in P11. But,
yeah, it's a little interesting.
Yeah, I would expect to see him down fairly shortly, you would say.
He hasn't stopped, you said?
Yeah, he hasn't. So he's 41 laps.
Oh, so he's dropping like a rock.
Yeah, so
he's dropping like a rock. He was fighting for the lead, and now he's down to 11th.
Yeah, so possibly he's at a point where he's going to be wanting a yellow. You've got a feel, because he's going to be heading down pit lane sooner or later. The fuel will be getting low.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It'll be the fuel or the tyres that kind of go off for him first, and I think it's a bit of both right now. He's trying to do a bit of saving.
Yeah, too right. Find something on my timing here. No, that's not what we're after. There's been an update, I'm telling you now. There we go, that's what we want. There's been an update to the lap time or the overlays. Things are looking a bit different at the moment, but we'll work our way through it. Of course, if you are trying to watch on Twitch, you may as well go and find us over on Kick, because for some reason Twitch is lagging out big time tonight. Yeah, not much fun watching that. It is coming across nice and clear on Kick and YouTube at the moment, though. But I'll tell you what, race leader Harding, half a second lead over teammate Willie McLeod at the moment. Hayden Kirk's just got back to P3. All these guys have actually stopped. They're saying Simmons the first one who hasn't. You can go back to Murdens, Sam Waddell, Beecroft, McLeod, Stanley, Aidan Gregory. The only cars currently on track that haven't stopped. There's a whole lot of DNFs at the moment.
Yeah.
Josh,
no doubt.
DNFs, Lockie Brett, Hayden Guptill, Stubbsy, he was out early. Tim Alphos, sure. Cole Matthews, Gilbert, McKenzie, and Luke Bradley, I believe, retired from the race. 32 cars remaining. And as far as on the lead lap, 24 cars.
Yeah, so Well, he was just getting half race distance here, Brad. So, what, 4 cautions already at half race distance, and it's pretty much probably taking all the wrecks out of it. And as the long run starts to find its shape now.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Simmons because you got to feel that he's going to have to stop any moment now. William McClone, though, has managed to get himself up into the race lead now. And Luke Dilworth, we saw him stop. He's fought his way back to P3. So there you go, Darren Rob.
Have you got? Oh, you got a new follower on Twitch, have you? Or is it Kick? Which one?
That one possibly. Normally says on his YouTube, so I'm going to say that's Kick. Not sure. We shall.
Yeah, there you go.
Cheers for the follow.
Yeah, I thought if it was Twitch, then that's a little strange considering it's decided it wants to have an off week this week.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's actually done that twice now. We had some issues a couple of weeks ago, then there was no issues last week, and then tonight, well, tonight being Sunday night, it's decided to play up, I guess. Who knows?
yep, she'll be a crack at the last half of this race though. That's for sure as the battle actually starting to get involved with Harding and Nankervis as McLuhan and Dilworth have set sail.
Yeah, just trying to keep an eye on Hayden Kirk. He's just fading a little bit now, back to P6. So possibly used up some of those tyres. So right now, how many drivers right now are just hoping that someone makes a mistake and we get a yellow? Another one that's...
I would say probably half the field here, Brad, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're all right. Another one having a good run, Josh Thompson. He is up to P5 here. And having a great run. Cheers, Darren. Appreciate it. 48 laps in. This, what are we, a 2 mile track here?
Yep.
Yes,
2 mile intermediate oval.
Quickest lap so far, Dilworth, a 40.766. And that's up there with Daytona lap times.
Well, even faster.
Yeah.
Daytona, you're averaging about a 51.
Yeah, okay.
Unless you're in the draft, of course.
Yeah, I can tell you post-race we will chat to our race winner tonight. Race winner only. We've got some major early starts.
Yes, I do as well, mate, don't worry. With a couple of drivers coming down pit road here, Brad, Simmons and, who is it, Jared McLeod. So, yep, that strategy not quite worked out for them, and I would say Hayden Kirk, if he hasn't stopped, he'll be down soon as well.
Yeah, it's going to be quite costly, isn't it? Because that's going to put him a lap down. I guess one thing possibly in his favour is if we get a yellow after this round of stops for those guys, they'll get back on the lead lap fairly easily, but
yeah, they'll get a wave around, but then again,
they're going to be chasing tyres.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, they're going to be chasing tyres, aren't they? Everyone else will come down pit lane, get some fresh tyres, and look to attack it to the end.
See, the one thing that I've always kind of played by is unless you're a top contender on a regular basis, you're better off to play by the cautions. Pit whenever you need to pit, but expect cautions to happen at a certain point at the start of the race, and yeah, kind of plan your strategy out for the midpoint, because generally, as we're seeing right now, that midpoint gets really strung out. You end up in a long run, and you go into those final, 10 or so laps into a bit of a caution-free fest. Sorry, caution fest, I should say.
Yeah.
So
Right, tell you what, Jamie Nankervis, he's started to make his way back towards the front. Looks like the sun starting to set here as well, so possibly see some lights coming on at some point, I'd say.
yep, you won't be too wrong with that.
So you must be struggling with a bit of sunstrike as well for some of these drivers.
Oh, absolutely. I tell you, it gets really bad at Vegas when the sun goes down. If it's bad at Vegas, it's certainly going to be bad in California.
Yeah, so you're right. We'll jump on board here with Jamie Nankervis. Got a lap traffic up in front too, so yeah, where has Simmons and Co popped back out? A lap down, yes, they did go a lap down. And now, I can tell you, only 15 cars.
Oof. Yep, Mason Dawson coming down. Yep,
So
15 cars, you're right.
possibly a whole lot of cars having to stop. What we actually thought. Would have been a few that got that early stop that probably didn't stop on the later cautions, maybe. Still
Yeah, you're quite possibly right.
plenty to unfold. I'll see if I can actually bring that up. We'll be able to get a look at when some of these guys have stopped. Oh, Willie
I tell you what, Matthew Stables from that, what, first or second or third wreck of the day, he's now up to 12th.
Yeah. Yeah, and everyone is pretty much going a lap down at the moment.
Yep.
So obviously a whole lot of
Sontag
cars.
with the next one.
Yeah, a whole lot of cars needed to actually take their stops. Of course, if you are tuning in, we do have the live timing up. I've got a link on my Facebook page. Just go find the post advertising tonight's stream. You'll be able to click on the live timing that I have in front of me, and you'll be able to check out where everyone is and their lap times or anything like that. You also find the link to our Kick channel, which is currently broadcasting without any issues. Unlike Twitch. Having a major moment tonight, a bit of a meltdown, but Willie McLean, your race leader, and he knows how to get things done as well. So him and Dilworth are going to provide a entertaining battle, no doubt, down to the finish line, but we've still got a fair few laps to go in this one. There's still a whole lot can unfold. It no doubt will unfold. Because if you're
I tell you what, if you are looking at...
Let's go
Sorry,
ahead.
bro.
No, you're right, go ahead.
I was just saying, I was just looking at the live timing as well. There's actually a little bit of the new things since I've come back. If you are looking, and you are watching the stream wondering who's who and what's what, there's a spotters guide. So that will have all the liveries on them with the numbers and drivers allocated, so you can actually have a look and follow the racing for yourself as well.
Yeah, there's heaps of cool stuff on that website. So check that out, the live timing. So it shows you if you go to session events, it pretty much is what I look at when we're trying to find a replay of what's going on. And here we go, Simmons here, getting himself back onto the lead lap, and this is how, you know, the difference really between fresh tyres at the moment and the guys that haven't stopped. He's making this look easy, isn't he, around the outside of McLean. And he now gets himself back onto the lead lap, I believe, Simmons. So now he's put himself back on the lead lap. He puts himself in a position where he can stop if we get another yellow, and he'll remain even with these guys and tyres. We'll have a bit of work to do coming further down the field, but puts himself back in the race, to be fair.
Well, it does mean, I think, that he'll have an extra set of tyres as well.
Yeah, so that's his first
So
lot he's grabbed, doesn't he? He's still got another 2 sets available to him.
Yeah.
So,
Where these guys, I believe, have stopped twice.
yeah. So, still a whole lot to unfold. We've got about 33 odd laps to go in this one. Leading the way, Willie McLean from teammate Dilworth, but keep an eye on Jamie Nankervis back at P3.
Pretty.
Gonna make these front runners work. Is that Don
Yeah, he's
Gilbert?
putting a pretty
possibly?
impressive look.
Going a lap down, I think.
Yes. One of the one-star racing crew. Yep.
Hayden Kirk's back at P8. There you go, down pit lane now. We are running out of cars.
Stop, isn't it?
No, that'll be his second, I believe.
Oh, that's quick.
Yeah, so I guess
So they're in
30
a
to
moment.
go. 30 to go on fresh tyres.
Yeah, but then you got to do some work to get back on the lead lap, don't you?
Yeah,
That'll be a bit of a
yeah.
nip.
Yeah, too right, he is a lap down now. We'll just see where he is. So he's only just getting that back out on the circuit now. You can see the front runners just up there at the end of the straight. I believe that was them. Yep. So
Dilworth has really closed in here to McLoone.
yeah, he has, hasn't he?
Please
Oh, there
come
you
to pit
go.
road.
So McLeod down pit lane. Dilworth takes the lead of the race. Nankervis into second and Harding into P3. Hayden Millings, who has been working away all race now up inside the top 4 since P4. And that number has been catching my attention all night every time I look at that timing board. So up to P4 now for Millings. You see some fresh names amongst the leaders at the moment.
Yeah. Good to see that sort of change in parity. Oh,
Ooh.
as Bryce Harding locked it up, coming down pit road, as is Millings.
So now you're possibly taking away any advantage that Simmons and Co have on the fresher tyres. Is that why you're seeing these guys react now? Because let's just keep an eye
Well,
on
they've also got to make sure they come in with fuel as well.
yeah.
They've got to hit their number.
Let's just see where Simmons pops out amongst all this. He's on the back straight at the moment. So race leader Dilworth, expect to see him down pit lane at some point as well, surely. Fairly shortly.
Yeah, he's been one of the best in terms of saving his stuff. So just keep your eye on how long it takes him to come down. That might take a hot minute.
Stays out of game. Josh Thompson now up to P2. He'll be loving this run at the moment. Murray Holwell, I tell you what, I was actually in the server nice and early, and I saw him flying through the air upside down. So I thought, wow, if that's anything to go by, we're in for a spectacular race. But so far, he's managed to keep it on all 4 runs. P3 at the moment. And, doing a great job. Matthew Stables P4. And only 6 cars now on the lead lap. Simmons into P5. So he's actually in front of McLoone at the moment. Not for long though by the looks.
Yeah, Matthew Staples, of course, part of that Iridium Sim Sports crew. A lot of these sort of teams in here at the moment. You've got the, what is it, there's the Sigma boys, you've got the Iridium boys, you've got the Fast Lane Esports boys. Plenty of teams in this one.
Yeah, too right. Sam Waddell, he's down at P13. Yeah, plenty of new names amongst these runners tonight. Of course, as long as our overlays haven't sort of lapsed, we will be live tomorrow night with round 7, I believe, of Virtual Racing Aotearoa Porsche Cup Championship. Rory Kitchen will be in the house for that one in round 2 of the Xfinity Series next Sunday night. Of course, yet to find a winner for race 1, but we'll get into it, I guess. No 2-hour race stream this week. Things just ending a bit late with the early starts. We've decided that we won't be covering those races, but the TCR Series, the British Touring Car Championship, pretty much will kick off in a couple of weeks over at Kiwi Sim Racing. So looking forward to calling that one. 10-week series. That's battle at the moment. Simmons. It's just starting to... Yeah, he's fallen back again, isn't he? So tyres not his friend at the moment, you'd have to say.
I just noticed there, Brady, as he was coming off turn 2. Yeah, got really tight on exit and just slid up towards the wall. Probably had to lift off out of the gas there a little bit. So yeah, really starting to fade on those old tyres.
Yeah, Dilworth too as well. You can see him now starting to fall back.
Yeah.
Josh Thompson down pit lane. Willie McLoon's going to get back into the lead.
Yeah, I'd say it's about time to Dilworth to start considering coming down pit road, because he's losing a lot of time right now by staying out.
Yeah, Nankervis back in P2 now.
There's one thing I've always noticed, Brad, is with these split strategies, especially in real life NASCAR, you always see, these drivers, they never ever get past, these drivers always end up a lap down, right? They never get past and, regain the lead like they do here tonight, and that's because these guys are staying out a little bit too long. And this is what's actually hurting Luke Dilworth right now, is he's staying out too long. He lost the lead. He was, a lap ahead of McLoone. McLoone unlapped himself, then basically put himself back around Dilworth. So that's just how you know they've stayed out too long, as by that point those drivers should have pitted.
Yeah, that's right. Well, McLoone, he leads the way for now. A lap starting to count down. Question really, can we actually get home? Some early cautions. Settled down. Certainly has settled down in the closing stages. So just distracted. Seen about, no, switching still time. So no deal on that one tonight, isn't it?
No good.
One of the great mysteries. If they look at some settings on Streamlabs, possibly. Anchivus, P2, starting to close in on a race leader, just 2 seconds behind now. You go back to Luke Dilworth, P3 at the moment. Hayden Kirk has been out there chipping away at it all night since P4. A bit of a margin back to the 5th place of Bryce Harding. The car to sit in behind at the moment. You go back to Hayden Millings, who sits P6. Simmons back in P7. What can he do? Has he got anything left on that set of tyres? Surely he can go the distance. Would have fueled up when he came in. It was after lap 45, wasn't it, that we saw Simmons down the lane, so he can definitely get home. Thompson back to P8 now. Daniel Johnstone, he's having a great run inside the top 10, sits P9. So finding a bit of a good run here tonight at Auto Club. Go back to Josh Murdens. Still running, we've still got 32 cars running, so not bad.
Yeah, coming up to 20 to go here, Brad. And, Dilworth's still not coming down pit road yet, which is a bit of an interesting choice. He's holding out in 3rd, but whether he can maintain that, I don't know. Kempy starting to show the nose there on Don Gilbert, I believe.
How is Kempy tracking at the moment? 8 laps down in P27. I tell you what, he had a great run towards the end of the NSCAR Cup Championship, but the start of the season, to be fair, was his downfall. Got caught in a few accidents, so things start the same way for him. He'll be hoping he can buck that trend and find a bit of form as of next week. I do believe, Josh, it is still the winner makes the playoffs. I believe
so. Winning, you're in.
Yep, we're still doing that format here.
Next week, Pocono, so that will be a bit of a tricky challenge for some of these drivers.
Yeah, of course, we've got a couple of road courses with a street circuit thrown in as well, Chicago.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to Watkins Glen, are we?
We've got Watkins Glen, yep, we've got Chicago, and we've got Sonoma as well.
Yes, Sonoma.
Pretty intense competition there. Michigan, again, we talked about it. That's one of the aero kind of sort of important tracks. You've got Worldwide Technology Raceway. That will be an interesting challenge for some of these drivers.
Yeah, there's actually some interesting tracks throughout the series. Should be Chicago. I have not called a race at Chicago yet, so that's going to be an interesting one.
That will be fun.
Yeah, we'll see how these cars get around the street circuit, the concrete jungle. It's got to be cool, doesn't it? No room for mistakes
You just can't, stand on it and send yourself into turn one, can you?
Yeah, so you're right. Of course, tomorrow morning, bit of real life NASCAR action unfolding in Mexico. Josh, your boy Denny not racing this week, but I tell you what, SVG put it on pole, mate. Can
He did, yeah.
Can he claim another victory on the NASCAR circuit? That would be something.
Quite possible.
Something to get amongst. Bit of a specialist, isn't he, in road courses.
He is, but he does have Kyle Larson and Kyle Larson and Coda beat. So, yep.
Yeah, too right. Too right. We'll see how that one
Ryan
unfolds.
Priest actually qualifying up second, which is a bit of a shocker.
Tell you what, this car here on your screens now, this is an absolute blast from the past. What a sight to see. This is one of our season 1 ends car liveries. Back on the Cup cars. This one here of Dion Gregory's. Ollie the Wader on the front end of that one, THD Sim Sports.
Good on him.
Yeah,
How good.
Good to see that car livery back out there.
What have you got next week, by the way, bro, for Pocono?
I believe
So
Aaron
I know-
Gray is going to be
Oh,
at
good
the
on you.
house. Yeah.
There you go.
Aaron's put his hand up for that one. He flies back from Perth this week coming, I believe, and he's going to be on board for the Pocono race. And it'll all work itself out. Corey's going to come in, and Corey Kitchen's going to come in and put his oval track wisdom at use. He'll tell us that he doesn't have much, but he's getting there. He's caught a few oval races with me now, so
Good on him.
yeah. Of course,
I'll
yesterday,
be back
big shout out to those guys who got amongst that the endurance 5-hour endurance race fundraiser for men's mental health. Raised $5,000, I believe. So massive shout out to those guys who put all that together, and everyone that competed in that donated and all that. That is absolutely huge numbers. So yeah, really good to see things like that happening. Going to a great course, I should say.
Yeah, no, there'll be a good amount of turnout for things like that in the future, I hope. So
Yeah.
good stuff from those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dilworth now on a charge again. He's only just under a second behind the race leader now. We saw Willie McLean, he was sitting out about 2.5 seconds, quite comfortable, but things starting to close up a little bit. Dilworth at the moment is going to be the quickest on the circuit by the looks of things.
Yeah, that would make about sense.
Yeah, 42 ones last time.
He's not stopped.
Yeah, I'd say he can get home, can he? Let's check out how long ago it was since he stopped. 17, well, there you go, 14 and 17 laps ago for Dilworth and McLean.
Okay, so Dilworth must have pitted when we weren't seeing him. So
Yeah.
that kind of explains.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he'll
He
definitely
must
get
have been
home.
saving his stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone will get home looking at that. Even Simmons 28 laps in, Burden's 29. A lot of those fast lane guys obviously all on the same strategy out there. Caleb Beecroft, 29 laps since he stopped. Sam Waddell, 3 laps since he stopped.
Yeah.
Corey Crossan.
Interesting.
Corey Crossan's had a rough night in the office, hasn't he? He's back in P26 at the moment, so certainly not his best night in the office. Of course, shout out to Fenn Refrigeration, of course, for sponsoring this Xfinity series. It's good to get sponsors on board. I believe down in the Gisborne region, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Surely one of the Sigma boys will be in one of the chats somewhere. By chance it won't be on Twitch. But yeah, Crossan. Certainly a night to forget for him. No doubt we'll see him up amongst the front runners throughout the season. The laps well and truly ticking down. Oh, McLean's into the fence, and that margin now, Dilworth is going to be right on his tail.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brad, that really just goes back to what I was saying at the start of the night, where you look, have a watch at Dilworth. He's going all the way up to the top. There's more rubber up there now. The track temperature's dropped a little bit, so he's able to find a little bit more time, able to get more grip out of that car, and now he's finding that run on the exit of that corner to be a lot more beneficial for him. So look, watch him. How much does he close here on Willie McLean down into turns 3 and 4 is going to be the key.
Yeah, too right. That margin's still coming down. Lights starting to take effect here too. That sunset in the background. Tell you what.
McLean's trying to do a bit of a line that blocks that run of Dilworth, and it seems to be working for him. He's just running Dilworth up as high as he can, and just blocking that air for him. So Dilworth is really not getting that that kind of maximum amount of run. So you can just see Dilworth has swapped to the bottom now, to try and avoid McLean from blocking him. And he's actually going to get side by side with McLean down the back straightaway. But yeah, McLean with that run off the corner got to pull away.
Yeah, I tell you what, it is great to see teammates just absolutely going at it, working each other over, trying to find a way past, and that is exactly what Dilworth is trying to get done here. Can he claim the lead of the race?
Oh, he's alongside him.
Yeah, got a bit of lap traffic
Yeah.
up here too. Oh, there's nothing in it. Almost contact again. Rubbing pedals. Oh, more contact. Get into it. Putting on a show out there to 63. He's going to find his way into the race lead. It was elbows out, and McLean, he's going to find his way back surely.
Might be seeing a bit of a punt into the next corner here, Brad.
Yeah, no, I tell you what, that was great racing. Your elbows out, you've got to absolutely love it. Both of them managed to survive. They carry on their way. Look at the damage there on that rear end of the number 40 of Gregory.
Yeah, I'd say this is where Dilworth is going to start to pull his gap right now. McLean trying to find that draft as much as he can. Just got to find a line that works. Oh, Dilworth, look at that. He's not happy. He just cut down very aggressively to try and block that run from ever occurring from McLean there.
Yeah, how good are the flames? The flames,
yeah,
look at
at night.
Magic here.
Down 3 and 4.
Dilworth leading the way. Say it's going to come down to these two from here, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone else is...
Nankovich is 3.8 seconds back. It's not happening from there.
Yeah. Got a bit of work to do, that is for sure, this late in the race as well. Dilworth.
Yeah, the gap is extended to 2 tenths already. So I don't anticipate McLean ever getting closer from now. I mean, Dilworth has got a couple of laps fresher tyres. He's probably saved them a little bit more than McLean has. So naturally, I think this is where Dilworth is going to start to pull away.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing. Is never write Willie McLean off. We done it in the NSCAR Championship, and I tell you what, out of nowhere. So never write him off. But yeah, you feel Dilworth at the moment just carrying the pace. This time by, we'll have a look at their lap times. Last time by Dilworth he was a little bit quicker, but this time McLean is. So yeah. Plenty to unfold still, I guess 6 laps to go.
A little bit of lap traffic coming up as well.
Here at Auto Club, it's been a great race. We had some early cautions, but the second half of this race, we have managed to work it out. Bryce Harding back here, P4. Was in the front running for a while, but yeah, it's just faded. It's the end of the race. Haydenburg as well, now down P6. Yeah, everyone else is fairly well spread out from there. Dangle, Johnstone and Murdens. So they possibly could be having a bit of a battle out there. 5 to go.
See this? I reckon here, Brad, this is the only battle that's going to give us any chance of a caution.
Yeah, further down through the field, you reckon? Bit of argy-bargy. Jared McLeod too. And John Boswell at the moment.
I tell you, a caution Caution
Oh.
would not be what McLuhan or Dilworth want to see.
Oh, nah, but I'd get amongst it. I'd support it.
Restart with the chaos.
Yeah.
Probably have about 3 of them.
Yeah, yeah. How good would it be? A green-white checker. And would you gamble? Would you gamble heading down pit lane with only 3 to go?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I guess
if you've got fresh tyres, yeah.
Yeah, if you're someone like Murdens or Simmons, sort of back in P8, you give it a nudge.
Yeah, definitely gamble it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The front runners, yeah, you got to stay out. Surely you'd
Who's
have
that running?
to
Running here from Boswell.
Jared
This
McLeod.
is our. Is that Jared McLeod?
Yep, it was one
Whoever
that
it is has been.
he was.
Yep, it's
Yeah, he was in the fence
Yeah.
pretty hard early on, wasn't it?
yeah, the one that's in the relationship with the wall. At this
Yeah. Yeah, so he's up to P13. He's actually made quite a good recovery. Because I think we just about saw him drop all the way to the rear of the field, to be fair. So,
Yep. All over the back of Boswell.
yeah, that
And I'll tell you what, Brad, that gap up front is extended to 1.1 seconds almost.
Yeah, and Dilworth
No.
at the moment, he's probably going to be looking fairly comfortable, isn't he? Lap traffic in between them, I believe that's going to be Luke Hunter out there running P23 at the moment. Holland's sponsored cars. He makes a bit of contact with the fence as well, gives a bit of a
little bit too high up the top.
Yeah.
Bit of red paint on there now.
Yeah, making himself familiar.
Might have to tell him to put the red paint in the right area, you know, where the letters are red that says Auto Club. That might be better to put the red paint on rather than the blue part.
Yeah, stand out a bit better, you reckon? Well, next time by it will be white flag. We'll see if we can race home 4 cautions tonight. It was starting to look a bit ominous early on, wasn't it, Josh? But the drivers done a brilliant job since then. It's the sun well and true of the VRA Xfinity Championship, brought to you by Fenn Refridgeration. Willie McLean, he'll bring it home P2, and I tell you what, it's a Sigma. A 1, 2, 3 finish with Bryce Harding getting himself up in front of Nankervis, and Nankervis finishing P4. Great debut for him in the series, and Hayden Millings, fantastic run from him, brings it home P5. Hayden Kirk will be happy with that start, home P6. So we'll actually get some results up on the screen for you. But I'll tell you what, not a bad way to get proceedings underway in the championship, Josh.
Pretty good race there, Brad.
Yeah, not too many cautions. I was certainly hoping it wasn't going to be a caution fest. Felt we got some nice, decent green flag running in there. We'll just stand by and see if we can get thoughts from Luke Dilworth. Yeah, he will be a rather happy chappy. We go through the rest of these this order, and we'll from here pretty much see a whole lot of cars laps down after getting involved in incidents.
MP managing the 27th place finish, 8 laps down, so not too bad. Bit of a
still points
recovery.
Yeah, and when you think how many cars are actually in the championship as well, it's not too bad. Obviously, Lockie Brett and Hayden Guptill, the first cars out, 86 laps down. I'll tell you what, a fantastic way for our defending champion to get things underway as he's celebrating out there, lighting it up. Hopefully he jumps into the comms box and we get his thoughts as the sun disappears. But yeah, great way to start the championship. Hopefully Pocono, we see some brilliant racing as well. Here we go, we have him waiting in the wings. We'll get him in. Our race winner tonight, Luke Dilworth. I tell you what, Luke, mate, defending champion for the series, and a brilliant way to get your defence underway.
Yeah, I was pretty stoked with it actually. I struggled all week practicing for this place. I just couldn't get my head around it. I made a little bit of a risky call in that green flag stop and took 2 tyres, and it seemed to have paid off, obviously.
Yeah, certainly did. Managed to track down Willie McClune, got past him, and then sort of just drove away with it in the closing stages. So, mate, a brilliant strategy and getting it done. I tell you one thing: don't go to Twitch to watch the replay if you're going to watch it, because there was an absolute nightmare there tonight. So, plenty of lagging going on. It was fine across Kick and YouTube. So.
Yeah. That's not ideal. That's not
Yeah,
ideal
yeah,
at all.
not ideal to start the championship, but a great way for yourself to start the championship. Locking yourself in round 1, that's the main part done, but still plenty of races to go until then. No doubt you'll be wanting to claim several more of these victories before then.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to just say that we're in. I mean, for me, the season may get cut short anyway with the arrival of a little one late August. So, hey, that might put a bit of damper to it, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, couldn't ask for a better start. So, yeah, see what happens.
Too right, mate. Appreciate you coming in and chatting with us while you're in here. Shout out to your sponsors or anyone you wanted to thank.
Yeah, Capital RC and Capital Signs, and then massive thank you to Josh at System Decal for building a wicked car. I love the look of it, and yeah, it seems to be fast, so it's a good start.
Yeah, too right. Certainly always good-looking cars, but hey, a great result tonight, and like you say, good way to get your defence underway. But yeah, if you are watching on Twitch, apologies for all the lagging tonight. Hopefully we can get on top of that. But from us here in the comms box again, thanks, Luke, for coming in and having a chat, mate. All the best for the remainder of the season, and hopefully we can see you out there battling for the whole season. But like you say, you never know.
Yeah, we never know. Hopefully we can make it to the end of the season. But hey, we'll, it's looking forward to it. But it is what it is. Yeah, and thanks to you guys for obviously a cool stream, and Xavier for all the hard work that he puts in. He runs an awesome league. So this is just another one of those.
Yeah, 100% awesome. Cheers, everyone, for tuning in. Cheers to you, Josh, for coming in and jumping in the hot seat again, mate, helping us out in the comms box. I do appreciate that. But from us here at Auto Club, again, cheers to everyone for tuning in to round 1 of the Xfinity Championship. From us here, it is a farewell, and we will see you all live